Warning: this video may include profanity or crude language. Viewer discretion is advised.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
What's going on, guys? Back at it again with another video. First movie we're going to be talking about is The Grinch. Jim Carrey, 2000.
Oh man, I remember being terrified of that guy when I was a kid.
Really?
When it first came out, dude, I remember like going to the theater, seeing it with my family, going home, laying down in my bed, and being terrified that I was going to see The Grinch.
He is pretty scary.
I mean, you see him in the beginning of the movie, right? And he like wipes his arm after taking a bite of the onion, or before whatever, takes a bite of the onion, turns around and just gives that big ass smile. That's creepy, dude.
No,
It's creepy.
He became the Grinch in that movie, man. He played that so
Yeah.
well. I haven't seen the animated version with Benedict Cumberbatch. Was that any good?
It's good. It's
Yeah?
good. It's a good kids movie. It's definitely more, I think, geared toward like the book rather than like the original cartoon, because there was a book for it too.
Okay.
But I think they also added things. I'm not too sure, but it's a cute movie. I mean, we get Lyric to sit down and watch it sometimes.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in the original, in the 2000 version that we're talking about today. I was watching a video on it, and what is it, Mary Lou Who, his crush in the movie.
Okay.
When she's older, she has like this hair thing, right? If you look closely, it's made of all the jewelry that was from the ornament that he threw in the beginning of the movie.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. And then
Wow, man, that's cool.
And then at the end, you notice that they're eating green eggs and ham.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. I mean, there are random parts in that movie too that like that movie just has a lot of things that you can call back on. I mean, I find myself
Holiday Hubie Wadi.
Yeah, I do that every year. Or like even at work, I'll be driving around on my machine and I'll be like, "Don't!" And then a sign of the heebie-jeebies. You know.
What is it? You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Fuck. It's like sometimes, dude, I'll look at Relly and my wife, and I'll just sit there. I'll start messing with her when I get like my little hyper fits, and I'll look at her and be like, I'm a psycho. You know, and start like jumping at her. And, yeah.
I'm a psycho. How about when she's like, it's the Grinch.
Dude, he's freaking great in that movie, man. Or it's like that in that same part too, where he looks at Cindy Lou Who and he's like, kids these days so desensitized from movies and television. You know, it's freaking great.
I bet all of those like lines that we quote 25 years after the fact, that wasn't in the script.
Yeah, knowing
That's
him,
like,
right?
Knowing him, it was just like stuff he pulled out of his ass while filming the movie. Like when he's tying her up in a present, he's like, "Can I borrow your finger for a second?" Oh man, that's probably got to be one of my favorite movies to watch every Christmas.
Dude, it's just one of those I don't know, man. You can't sit down and tell me that The Grinch doesn't come on TV around the Christmas time and you're like, oh, this is appropriate. You know? And you just turn it on, leave it. I do. I honestly, I plan on watching it sometime this week. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
I watched it Saturday. Yeah, at work. Because it's not available to stream. You got to pay like $4 to stream it.
It's like on Prime or something like that. Now that you have to do that, right?
Yeah.
That drives me nuts. It's like,
So I had to go
old.
to my mother's and dig up the DVD. Because I brought it to my work to watch it with the guys.
Dude, I remember having that on VHS.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I remember having that on VHS. Like, it's so funny too, because did you know that you could take your old VHS tapes and turn them in to make them DVDs now?
Yeah, they have like this device.
What's up, dude?
They have the same thing for albums.
Do they really?
Yeah, albums turn into CDs.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just you gotta think, man. From when we were kids to now, and you watch that movie. There's not a part of that, even as an adult, that you can't really enjoy. You can't sit here and say that when he decides to swing down on that that line or whatever, the zip line, and he lands in the chair and he starts biting into the glass. As a kid, you're like, oh my God, is that candy he's eating? Like, why is he doing that? And as an adult, you're like, oh God, your gums, man.
Yeah. Or then when he checks his voicemail, it's all voice messages that he's left himself.
Quoting him again, right, in the movie, I did that to Bob one night at work. So Bob was sitting in the office. So from where the office is at my job, you know, there's two big windows, and where his desk was, you could see in 702 at the end, that phone. He had called me to his office like 5 times. And I was just so tired of hearing this man's voice. So I went up to the phone, dude. I picked it up and I did, the pound 80, and I put it up and I was like, if you call me one more time, I'll gut you and hang you like a fish. This man was so mad at me for doing it. And like, mind you, right? He can't do anything about it at that moment. It's overnight. No other management there, so nobody's going to get in trouble for doing it.
And what is he going to tell? Who's he going to tell?
Who? To be completely honest, I can't say who would believe him because it's me and I do that all the time. But like, dude, he turned and he's sitting at his computer and he just. And honestly, when I went into the office, I was laughing my whole way there. And he was even more mad because he could see me laughing the entire friggin' way there, dude.
What did he say when you finally got into the office?
You can't play with the phones. I looked at him, I'm like, but come on, Bob, it's Christmas. And he's like, are you... I played with the phones too much at work on overnight because I'd take my phone in on break. Obviously, we're not supposed to have the phones on the floor, right? But I would go up into where the computer is right after you walk to the punching clock. And I'd take my phone and I'd play the tequila song over the intercom on break.
What song is that?
The da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh shit, yeah.
Or sometimes to mess with him, because his name is Bob, right? So I'd sit there and I'd play Bob Aran by the Beachy Boys. So you hear Bob Aran. He'd be driving his machine back over to his office. He'd stop the machine. All you hear is, son of a bitch!
You can't tell me that man got a kick out of it.
As like emotionless, as much of a doormat as he acted like he was, he had more of a sense of humor than that. He was just like a hoity-toity type, But it was fun sometimes to mess with him because he didn't know what to do. He was this old military type, so we always thought that everybody was supposed to be completely prim and proper. He's a 63-year-old man. And it was fun. It was fun to mess with him.
Hello, I'm Lindsay Lohan.
I'm a psycho.